I didn't sleep good last night, so I'm just going to lay back and take a nap during this one.
You didn't sleep good. What happened?
Oh, I had those dang cramps for like 20 straight days now.
Yeah, but it's warm. It's not cold.
I know. I don't understand.
Uh-oh.
I gotta go to the dermatologist. I gotta go to the neurologist.
I don't think the dermatologist can help, though. Welcome to the Slightly Serious Sign Podcast, brought to you by Wensco Sign Supply, the #1 podcast in the sign and graphics industry for news, events, new products, and customer success stories. If you want to know what's going on or you want to grow your sign shop, you're in the right place. Here is one, some, or all of your hosts, Mike, Tyler, and Domingo. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 123 of the Slightly Serious Sign Podcast. I know, is that crazy?
123?
So if you guys are seeing us on the video version, or if you're hearing us on audio, you think, man, this sounds way better than the last, whatever it is, 10 episodes that we put out. We haven't been in the studio since the second week of April. If everything goes according to plan and I didn't mess up any of the ones that we shot at ISA, then this comes out the end of June. So it's been 2.5 months since anyone's seen us in here or since they've seen Domingo. So
Yeah, it's been a while.
So we finally
missed you, Domingo. We missed you, buddy.
Lately.
We missed you.
I haven't heard one person say they missed you, Domingo.
I did.
Dude, I already had 7 people.
With the exception of your, 7 people from your family.
No, 6 from my family.
6 are from your family.
And me, I'm the
And
son.
then
Oh,
Joe.
there you go, Joe. See?
I missed Domingo.
his probation's over. We finally let him back on.
Yeah.
It's been good. So we're back
Too
in the
many
studio.
bleeping out.
It feels good. No better way to be back in the studio than to bring back the
legend.
most returned guest, the most featured guest on the Slightly Serious Sign podcast, which is Joe
What an
Morreale.
honor.
So,
What an honor.
Joe, I appreciate you making the flight all the way from Italy to come back and be on the podcast.
My pleasure. You guys are worth it.
It's the furthest anyone's flown to be on the podcast, so we really appreciate it.
Right from Palermo, right to Grand Rapids, and here I am. So
The question I had was, how was the Wensco private jet? Was it to your satisfaction?
you guys really you hooked me up, and I appreciate that.
All right, I
appreciate that very
The
much.
problem is it's Wensco quality, so we got there great. Inside is great. He had to refill 7 times on the way though, so we had to make a lot of stops. He's refilling in the middle of the ocean, but we got there. So no, appreciate you coming, being on
Absolutely.
the podcast again.
It's always an honor, and there's always something to talk about. It seems when I come because we're always coming out with innovative new products.
Yes.
Every time we see you at the show,
Isn't
there's
that
always
true,
something
Mike?
new in the booth.
Look at Mike.
It just never ends.
He should have been the guy selling the ShamWow. Joe should have been selling the ShamWow.
I'm not
without a doubt.
selling anything. I'm stating facts. I'm stating facts, Mike. It's a matter of record. We have all these innovative new products we're releasing.
So we talked about this. So we can ask you too. How long do you think it's been since Joe was on? How long? I think you're both on that
Too
episode.
damn long.
7 months.
Oh, that's pretty close.
6.5.
It was 8 months.
You're going off for my number.
I am.
It was 8 months ago.
8
Joe and I
months?
were
It's
talking
just
about it.
8 months ago where you introduced the new theme song that I wrote for you.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yep.
It seems like just
We
yesterday.
talked about the XG and the XP on the last episode.
Yeah.
So
Right.
those have been out a while.
Big hits. Big hits.
I haven't heard anything, so they must be doing pretty well.
Yeah.
They're doing really
'Cause
well, actually.
Usually the problem
You
is
guys are
hearing
actually
about
selling
them.
a ton of them.
Yeah, it's been going really
People
well.
are accepting them, and they're moneymakers, and people love them.
Yeah, we've had a lot of people moving.
And there's some new changes with the XG I want to talk about today.
Yeah, so we had people move. I've seen a lot of people moving from the older Pro Series Rolands that have been out, I don't know how long at this point, a long time, into the XGs and XPs, and have seemed to be very happy with how it's going
there's
for
a
them.
pretty major, you guys know this, there's a major following, kind of a cult following and Roland users that love the XC540 and the XR640, right? Because they were built like a tank, and people were afraid to migrate to the other products that we came out with because they weren't as fast as those models. But now that the XG and the XP are out, people like Horvath, for example, we were talking about them just before we aired. They're migrating over because it's that level of a device now.
I just had a conversation with Horvath. He said, "Thanks a lot." He said, "I said what?" He said, "Now my customers are used to that color." He said, "So
right because
it has
now
an
we have
extended color
a
gamut.
wider color gamut because the new ink set that we're pushing for most of our products is CMYK, light black, orange, red, and green."
Yep.
And we're hitting just incredible color gamuts. They say 97%. I think it's more between us.
The funny thing is that every time that we have a government job, Tyler and I always go into the demo room going, we don't have a Roland in here? Did they sell it? Why? We need it. It's like all the time.
Yeah, if you go just based on personal preference and ease of use, you're just like, I know I've done this a billion times, and I know it's going to look just like it did last time. And the speed, on the XP and XG is 100% there. I mean,
speaking of the XG, that one thing I wanted to tell you is we have that new ink set now that didn't exist until recently, which is CMYK light black, orange, red, and green. So that is just a game changer. So
that changes from what was the previous one?
It was CMYK, light cyan, light magenta, orange, and green, I believe.
Orange.
Right. So we didn't have that red. So red gets us even deeper, and that's a hot color, right?
Yeah.
So by the way, the XG640 has an MSRP of $23,195, which is very affordable.
Yeah.
Right, Mike?
Yes.
He's dying over here.
Everybody that listens to this podcast knows how much I just love sales reps.
And it's a 2-year parts and labor on-site warranty, Mike. You know that, right?
Yep.
So that you have that extra protection.
Yeah.
So is that the only unit that comes with 2-year?
Well, yeah, we have the higher end units, the professional units come with a 2-year warranty, and our lower end units, like the VG4, have a 1 year now.
Okay. Why? Because it's breaks after a year.
They're so reliable that it's really not.
We still want them to buy a warranty.
We actually prefer if you could make a machine that only lasts a year.
That's been a big problem.
Yeah, don't make another XR.
You know what? I should tell you, I shouldn't be talking about this because my Roland bosses and such are watching this probably, right? But there was actually a time some years back, and I won't name when it was, with previous administration, where we actually sat in a boardroom or a conference room. We said, what can we do to make our machines not last as long? Because the Japanese build these machines to last. It's just part of the philosophy. And the problem is, once people buy a Roland, they don't tend to buy a new one for a long, long, long time because they don't break.
Yeah, that's when people used to ask me, why don't they still make the XR? I'm like, because it was too good.
Yeah.
To be honest, it would last, if it lasts that long. That's why.
But that's something.
Why don't they make cars that last 10 years?
And that's something
we want to buy them every 5.
Proud. That's something I'm very proud of. Being part of Roland is the legacy of the reliability of our brand. You don't have to take my word for it because I'm wearing a Roland logo on my shirt. Ask industry peers. They all know about the reputation of Roland's reliability, and that legacy continues on here with these new products.
Yeah, and you probably know better than me, but I just dealt with a customer who I thought had a VG2, which I found out they actually just have the original VG, which I don't know the timeline of that came out. But they were like, yeah, we're looking at upgrading. I was like, oh, are you having issues? They're just like, no, it just kind of feels like it should be time to upgrade. I was like, that's cool.
Is that a lot of customers that we get phone calls is they're always looking for another machine, a second machine. They're getting so busy that they want another Roland. And it's always, do you have a demo unit? Do you have something that, just a discounted unit? But again, mentioning with the promos that are going on, take advantage of it right now. I mean, we are moving a lot of machines.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, we are. Especially when I have to drive a truck and deliver a unit.
It's exciting.
Story. Oh, was that a Roland?
Yes, it was.
Oh.
The other thing that you guys have done well is when you're talking about that, right, where a customer has an older unit and then they're looking to not trade in that unit, they're looking to get a second unit. That first unit always just seems so sad after they get the new one. If you buy any of them that have, even before you added the red, right? If you added one that had orange and green, and then you had to print those two jobs side by side, they'd just be like, well, I guess I'm buying a second one.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Those original units are so reliable. They still have them in their shop.
Yeah,
and they're
100%.
reluctant on the way to get the new technology, but they want to get it. And then when they do get it, they see, wow, there is a jump in technology. This ink dries faster. This color gamut's wider. This machine's faster. And, the other great thing I always forget to talk about is all of these units come with our incredible rip called VersaWorks 7. And it's gotten better. If you're a Mac person, Mike, which I know you love Macintosh.
You're a big Mac user.
You're a big Mac, you're a power user,
McDonald's
Mac user, I know. VersaWorks works on a Mac now.
Is that a computer?
Yeah, the one you have in your office, yeah. And it works on a Mac or Windows, and you can actually support 8 Roland devices on the, actually not just Roland devices, but 8 Roland devices on VersaWorks. And we're going to be introducing in June. This is big. Drum roll, please. GraphTech driver. So if you have a GraphTech vinyl cutter, well, many of our friends out in podcast land don't know that, Domingo.
What took so long, Joe?
Should have been.
They were selling a competitor for a while.
We were kind of making our own cutters for a while. So, but we decided, you know what? We can't tie up. We're selling so many of these printers. We can't tie up our factories making vinyl cutters. There's other manufacturers that do a great job of that. We're going to focus on our color products.
Yeah, I think that'll be huge. I mean, we just
thinking about Mac, we could use Jaime's Mac and see if we can load that software.
We should.
No problem.
And see if we can run it.
We should make a whole video on it.
I think so.
It might take us. It's going to take us 7 months.
20 minutes.
Tell Jaime it's going to take us 7 months to shoot the video. He doesn't have his computer.
It's funny. I was visiting one of your customers with one of your sales reps in Detroit, and they had a fleet of 4, or actually 5 of our LG 640s. And they're running off a Mac. And at the time, we only had 4 Roland devices we were supporting. And they're saying, man, we cannot, what's it going to take? And now, just to be able to have a fleet of 8 printers, if you're a power user, on one device, it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
And you get free lifetime upgrades.
It's pretty helpful.
And they were on a Mac.
It's pretty helpful for us here because we ran into that issue a few times where we had too many units in here, and you're like, okay, well, let's
delete that one, add this one.
Let me delete this VG3 so I can add the other VG3 so I can print it today.
Right. So it's pretty slick.
Definitely helpful,
pretty slick.
Especially for the big shops and having. So will GraphTech be included in that 8 count then, or is it?
Yeah, so it'll be one of the 8 devices that
nice.
RIP will support.
Okay, and it works. It's going to work out of the same menu, right? There's not a separate menu for it. It's going to work just like all the
I
other ones
haven't
do
actually
now.
seen it because it hasn't rolled out yet. But my understanding is it's going to act like as if it's a Roland device that you add on.
Okay. Just a plug-in.
The negative of recording this when we are is that by the time this comes out, we're talking about something that could very easily already be available.
We're talking here in late May, but everybody's going to hear. Everybody is going to hear it's when in June.
Yeah, the end of June. Yeah,
end of June, right?
Yeah, I've seen it. It works great.
It's just like it was Christmas. Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
Of course, the hot thing right now is the VG4 series that just came out.
Yeah,
everybody's talking about the VG4 series. So we have the new VG4 540, which is probably going to be the most popular model, the 54-inch wide, which is $14,195 MSRP. And the new VG4 640 for $16,295 MSRP, and this supports that expanded gamut ink set. It's the same ink set that's available for the XG or the XP. I kind of think of it as a junior version, little brother version of the XG 640 because it does everything that the XG 640 does. It's the same technology, just slower.
Mm-hmm. So what's the difference between the VG3 and 4?
There's just some enhancements.
I think mostly it was
speed.
It supports
color.
the new ink set.
Yep.
And some other
print head, correct?
And it's a new, major new print head. So now we're using an industrial print head in the VG4. That's pretty much the biggest upgrade.
Yep.
Is this industrial print head that's in the VG4.
Yeah, it's a different color. That's important too.
Yeah.
So when you walk into a shop,
it's got a blue,
now at least you'll know.
Right.
When you did the Judy did call. That's funny.
Oh my Lord.
We always joke about that. Like when I said I thought they had a VG2, it's because originally they just kind of looked the same. So when you walked in, you didn't immediately
differentiated
know.
a little bit.
Yeah, you guys have separated them, so I appreciate that. So
yeah, even when I printed that watch, man, that was amazing. That color that came out, silver, the light tones, the gray tones.
Yeah, grays.
It was like.
And we were kind of talking. Sweet. You and I were talking. We're bantering before we walked into the room, and we're just kind of. Just talking about, hey, like you look at the VG4 540 for, $14,195. Think about it. You're starting a new business, right? Think about this, Domingo. You're starting a new business for $14,000 approximately. You get a machine that does
print and cut
everything. It's a Swiss Army knife, and it's incredible what you get for the money. I mean, it wasn't that long ago. I mean, a few years ago, where if you wanted to get something that didn't even do everything this does, it was $20,000.
Yeah.
What does a car cost?
Yeah,
$50,000 to start a business with a $14,000 device that gives you the capability to actually generate income. It's just really amazing.
I think me so fired up, I might put one in my basement.
you probably should.
You could.
Not doing
You
it.
can't fit it. What's wrong with you? You got all those weights down there, man.
You could just put it in place
right next to the Smith machine.
Listen, I'm not
in place of your bench machine. You could just put little barbells on each side.
I'm not getting rid of any weight machines for some stupid printer or nice printer.
Well, you can get
it's only stupid because
that's why we have this
arcade.
But I don't know if you heard.
Oh, I could get rid of the arcade.
There's an incredible demo room in Belmont, Michigan at Wensco Sign Supply that has everything.
There is.
Various models.
It is amazing that when people come in and they look at, remember the customer that was doing, we were printing on one, he was printing on one, and you were running something from the other. He's like, can I run that job on that one and see what it looks like? Because it had the expanded colors. It had the red and everything. And what you're printing was the wrap.
Yeah.
And it was red.
Which is red and yellow.
Yeah. It was like, he ran it and it was like, wow, I want this one now.
Yeah.
It's like,
when you look at I think when we run them side by side, I always have referred to Roland, the natural colors that come out when you just put a job in, press the print button, has always just been good. And that doesn't mean like the other ones can't print great colors as well. I just say like the ease of use. If you've never used a printer before, you're starting up a business, you're going to get one piece of equipment in there, which most people are going to. I think it used to be like, hey, let's start with a cutter and let's work our way up. So much of the business now is digital that most people are just starting at least with
and
a
that's
printer.
Where to start is the VG4540, I believe.
I mean, we just had somebody looking at the, I'm going to get the numbering of your system wrong though. The BN230.
BN230, yeah.
30.
So we had someone looking at the BN230 and we're saying, like this, it's going to print.
It's about 10 or 11,000 for a few thousand more. You're going to get a 54-inch wide model that's twice the speed with the color gamut
and bigger color gamut.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a user that doesn't want to print and cut on one device, and maybe you want to have a separate print cut workflow, don't forget we've got this great technology and a print only version called the XP640. That is 19.
See, I'll look it up.
19,995. We have some price changes, so I forgot by the time this airs.
By the time this airs, it's going to be
20
promotion
grand.
here,
20 grand.
promotion there.
Yeah.
But 20 grand. So
for another 6.
We give you the rip. You can mate it up with your Graph Tech, and you're ready to roll.
I think he's taking orders right now. So call in at 1-800-253-1569.
No, it's exciting. What I actually get a lot of, this is really kind of corny. I'm going to get corny on you guys.
You're always corny.
To see the excitement of the end users.
Yeah.
You do the demo and then you follow up with them and they get set up in business or they come back to you and say, wow, you weren't messing around. We really are making money with this. We love what we do.
Yeah.
We have all this capability. Did you know it could do this? I don't know if you know it does this other thing or whatever. That's actually warms my heart because I feel like we're helping people make a living.
Yeah.
And
I already feel better about myself.
That's what I love about the job, really, is helping people help themselves.
That the example you're giving is, so when this would have been last summer when we did the rap class down in Louisville at Digital EFX, and he was doing, I think you guys posted the picture, he was doing this food truck that they were wrapping that they had printed on, which one they had at the time, I couldn't tell you. Mm-hmm. And I just walked in, I'm just looking at, he's like, yeah, I was looking at it the same way when that thing came off the printer. Like, this is unbelievable. Cause it had it was all like fruit, right? So it's like kiwis and just bright green, yellows, oranges. And I was like, this is the most obnoxious food truck I've ever seen. But the fact that with not a lot of extra effort, right, in the design, just printed something that looks so obnoxious. And
maybe you're a new user and you have a very, difficult client that wants that corporate color. You got to hit that Pantone color. You're going to do it with this type of color gamut.
Yeah, the orange.
So even if you're a novice,
orange, red, and green, if you're doing race cars at all, is a no brainer. If you're trying to do the oranges that
near
all
neon
of them
colors,
if you're trying to do those bright greens, it's the easiest one to hit those colors with.
So we can do that. We can hit these corporate colors that are often a challenge for some users out there, but not for Roland users. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's still a challenge.
Well, the workflow is the challenge.
Yeah.
But we have tools.
When they call us and say, hey, I can't do this, I'm in Illustrator, and I'm like, okay, well, why don't I go to college for you too?
But you know what's great though? If you could at least assign the Pantone color to the image in Illustrator or FlexiSign or SignLab, which is easy. If you learn how to do that, bring it into VersaWorks, and we have this great feature called spot color replacement. So it will look at what's called the lab value. Don't want to get geeky on you, Mike, but that's basically the combination code for a color, right? So it looks at that color and says, okay, I'm going to convert it to this color with the Roland ink set to get as close as possible to that color. And it'll even tell you by delta E, that's a measurement of color, how close you're going to get to it.
I will say it's that
easy.
If the corporate color you're trying to match, if the company that you're working with has somebody that's familiar with that process, the Roland, I don't know what the tool is, but where you basically tell it what Pantone color you want to print, and it'll print basically like the deltas
so we have the nearest color finder. So that's another. We make so many tools to make it easy. And I'm not a color geek or anything, but we have this thing called the nearest color finder. So let's say you're trying to get that color, but you're just not sure. It'll print the target color and all the adjacent colors that are a tone off around it. And then you could pick this other color and substitute that color.
So where that also is helpful, just from having seen it, is one, if you're trying to hit the color the first time, if you're working with someone at that company where you can just hand that to them and be like, let me know which one of these hits your color. The other benefit is if you go to print that job, especially here in Michigan, right? Say you printed that in June here, and then they go to redo the job and it's January and there's absolutely no humidity in the air here. The benefit is if you have that original swatch, you can do that again and then just match your original color, which is not going to be the same color technically,
but it's what the customer wanted.
You're going to hit the original Pantone color, and even in two totally different
this VersaWorks rip is so feature rich. I mean, you could even create a cut line if artwork didn't even have a cut line. There's a way to create the cut line right in the rip instead of the design application.
Someone's have to show me that one because I haven't figured it out.
It's easy. Wait a minute.
Piece of cake. After the show.
I can do it.
I could probably.
Michael,
want me to show you?
I could do it another 15-minute, 2-minute Tuesday though. So
that's a great thing to do for a 2-minute Tuesday because it's another feature rich. It's so packed with features that people don't even know it.
All right, Rick will put the video right here. Boom. Because we have a month and a half to do it, so hopefully I remember by then.
So one thing that you guys are discussing about doing color swatches, a lot of people don't understand that a lot of white vinyl is not pure white.
Yep.
The white point is totally different.
Exactly.
So even if you're printing on clear, that comes into play. Or you're playing with a matte versus a gloss versus everything. That's why you do the swatches, to see what is going to come out. And I think that's a very important.
So you put your if you're going to use the Roland color library, I always tell people to print it on every media on whatever banner material you're using, whatever calendar, whatever cast, because exactly your point. Everything has a different white point, and it's going to look slightly different on each of those medias.
Yeah, you get a matte banner versus a gloss banner, and you print those swatches, you're going to say, "Wow, that one's just glossy, right?" But the tone is off.
Color is always because color is influenced by the base color of the white.
You got it.
Yeah.
Why?
And if you're outside or inside.
Why is it influenced by the base color?
Because
doesn't just go on top?
No, it's going to etch into that material. So
it's going to influence the color.
Like primer. It's like a primer paint. If you don't prime the wall and you put your paint on, that's going to be totally different if you do side by side.
That's a great analogy. That's why we have Domingo here.
I don't want to get into the technical end of it, but if you really want to, let's talk.
I kind of knew the answer, but there's some people that aren't as smart as me that listen to this podcast, so I want to answer it for them. So you're welcome, people.
So that's the VG4.
Yeah, and I mean, you're printing at speeds up to 85 square feet an hour in standard mode, and even faster in banner mode. So it's for the money. It's an incredible device.
Yeah, the speed's pretty similar to the VG3. It's like a step faster than that one. But if you ran them side by side, I don't think
they'd be pretty close.
You would notice too much. So if you're familiar with that printer, print speed's going to be there. I think the color is better than the VG3 was from what we've seen. Maybe not in everyday printing, but if you're going to print those oranges and reds and greens, you're going to notice it. And yeah, it's what's new from Roland.
So you guys came by our booth at ISA.
Yep. Nope, didn't.
Oh, you weren't there. But you guys were there.
Way to rub it in, Joe. Way to just
we missed you, Domingo.
Turn that knife right in his back.
Oh,
turn it again.
My back is sore.
But I got a chance to show you. As a matter of fact, we even did a 2-minute Tuesday on it. On the new LO 640 F3. Sorry about all the alphabet soup, but that's our newest Versa Object flatbed printer.
What's LO stand for?
Lots of
printing.
That'd be LOP.
Yeah.
Well, that's
lots of Roland.
the printing is assumed.
And what does VG stand for?
Very good.
What's CO stand for?
Color object.
Color object. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that actually is what it stands for.
It does.
Dingo gave us the real answer. That's boring.
So anyways, this new printer is pretty exciting. So it's exciting because it has a 9.5-inch Z axis. So it's not just printing boards. It's really meant as an object printer. That's why we were branded as Versa Object. So, it has a wide bed. You could do your 4x8s or bigger boards. Maybe do about 5 boards an hour, I'd say, which is acceptable. And it's under $100,000, though. That's the thing. It's $94,695 MSRP. And remember that expanded color gamut. In this case, we have CMYK, orange and red, gloss, and white as part of the ink set. So we're very excited about that product.
With so you guys have had it for a second here. What are the customers you guys are seeing that are moving to this printer?
It's so crazy.
To some of the other ones?
You'd think it would just be sign people printing on boards. Majority, I would say that's 40% of the customers, but it's usually unusual applications.
Yeah.
People printing on industrial parts, people printing on promotional items is a big one. It's just crazy, the applications. Because of that 9.5-inch axis, it just opens the door to other industries that want to actually mark products and make your mark.
I don't know if it was
That's
one
our
of
new
your guys'.
logo. That's our new slogan. I don't know if you heard it. Make your mark.
That's your
What do
new
you think?
slogan?
That's our new. That's our new Roland slogan.
I'd rather have Maker's Mark.
No, there you go. There you go. I like that better.
Buy a printer, get one. Oh,
Buy one, get one free.
Maybe in celebration of the new. That's a great Wensco promotion, right? In celebration of the new Make Your Mark slogan,
Exactly.
we
I
give
like
everybody
that.
a bottle of Maker's Mark.
I liked it. We'll use Roland funds. We'll do it. That's fine.
Boom.
We should have had it here. Why didn't we talk about this earlier?
Joe didn't bring it up. He just brought it up now.
That just popped in my head. Light bulb
Kind of
moment.
made me thirsty a little bit.
Just had a light bulb moment there.
The thing I saw, and I don't know if it was you guys posted or someone else posted, was somebody printing on carry-on suitcases with it.
Oh, I saw
and
that.
I thought that was pretty
That's
cool.
totally doable. Or we had a user recently. We sold one too that prints on guitar cases.
Yeah.
That's a good idea
That's
too.
a great idea.
People want that.
Cornhole boards.
The carry-on one made sense to me because I feel like most of them all look the same. So I'd be like, well, that's actually a pretty good idea to print on them.
Make it a unique design.
Yeah, they just flipped it open. They printed both sides, and it worked great for that application too. So, yeah, I was just curious in terms of if you're seeing people that are primarily printing signs that just want, maybe they're doing Coro and they really want the 7 color or whatever it is.
And if
on that one.
and if you want to do that, that's great. I mean, you could do easily 5 boards an hour, I'd say.
Yeah.
4x8 boards an hour for under $100,000. And there's faster printers out there that you'll pay a lot more than $100,000 for. I don't get it because you can't change the media as fast as those printers print anyway. So you end up doing 5 boards an hour, even with a faster printer, really, when you think about it, right?
What kind of ink set is that?
CMYK, orange and red, gloss, which you could really print matte or gloss and put, designs of gloss.
Yep.
And then white. And then we'll hit 87% of Pantone color simulations with that.
Okay.
Most UV curable ink flatbed printers are just CMYK only.
Yeah.
So this really stands out.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other ones are 6, right? But
Yeah,
they're
6 color.
They're not adding a ton there. So,
Well, and you remember, if you add light cyan, light magenta to CMYK, that's not increasing the ink set.
yeah. Increasing the amount of Pantones you can hit, you mean?
Well, you're
just
going to
hitting
get
the
better
gradients.
transitions theoretically, but you're not going to get you're not going to get a wider color gamut with that.
Yeah.
Facial tones, gray tones.
But nowadays, these industrial print heads are so sophisticated and they can hit such a small dot. We're getting to the point where you don't even need those light colors as much anymore.
Special thanks this month to SIL, GFP, and Jenner Formulations. You can check out their products at Wensco.com. Yeah, when we talked earlier about if you need to hit Pantone colors, if you're trying to do promotional items and hit Pantone colors, it's not that where we said, oh, it kind of is easy. You can use the Roland and do it. That on flatbeds, typically speaking, has not been easy because you're dealing with CMYK and you're trying to hit a color and it's okay, we can try, but flatbeds are also with the way they work, a little more finicky on how they lay ink and the consistency from, month to month to month with how the humidity in the air is and all that stuff. So,
well, yeah, you want to think about climate control when you have any inkjet printer, but especially a UV flatbed. I mean, you want to have a certain humidity level, like, maybe 30 to 40% humidity level. You want the temperature to be, 68 to 74 degrees Fahrenheit. I've walked into places where they're literally in a warehouse with the garage open and dust flying, people with forklifts. You can't, this is not the environment. This is not the optimum environment.
That's not a Wensco customer.
Joe, I'm going to give you a technical question. Do we know what the picoliter is on those heads?
Do we?
I don't know. Is it listed? I've kind of looked there and I haven't seen it. Is it a 4?
While Joe looks for it, do you want to explain what a picoliter is?
Well,
I'll have to follow up, but it's coming. I think it's down. I think we're down to a 4 picoliter, but I'm not sure.
4 is what I read, but
that's what I believe. I don't have my facts and figures with me.
How does that differ from anything else?
Precision dot is what it is. So it's a smaller dot that can be more precise. So the bigger the dot, bigger picoliter, the larger the dot. Right. So it's coming down. Smaller the dot, the more tightness it's going to get.
Yeah. So let's say you want to print a 6-point letter. You could do that. I mean, you're going to have the picoliter small enough that you can do that. And what's more important is a lot of our competitions, like Brand M, I
don't know who he's talking about.
I think he's talking about. They're on the table.
They're on the table. Look at that. They're there. Brand
M. on the table.
Hey, they have a hard time. They have a hard time with color transitions, right? They have a hard time with color transitions. So things look grainy. Where with this print head and this kind of small picoliter dot, those transitions don't look grainy. Spot colors don't look grainy. So that's the big advantage of having that small picoliter dot. So you can get into that detail.
Yeah, I think at the
that's actually a big weakness of Brand M. Actually,
one of the demos they talked about printing 4-point font is what they actually showed, and they printed it out and showed it to us. And I've seen 6-point. Yeah, I can't read 4-point as is. So I appreciate that demonstration.
Yeah, I can't read 14.
Yeah, no, exactly.
My glasses. Yeah. I can barely read that A.
Yeah, you're like, here's the 4-point font. Can you give me a magnifying glass?
Yeah.
So what we're saying is when you're talking 6-point, like it really doesn't even matter at that point anymore. Like if you can print 6-point, it's going to be hard to need more detail.
Industrial label, warning labels, hazard labels, those kind of things. I mean, that's even printing on some of these, stickers for water bottles and that stuff. You got to have small dots to print the lettering.
We have that kind of precision with the LO series now, Domingo. So
that's great.
Yeah. See, I'm not a precision guy. I don't even drink out of I don't like these Red Bulls because look how small how are you going to get a full good guzzle out of that? You got to have.
But maybe you're not a precision guy. You just want to print on some boards.
Yeah.
I can go in high speed mode. I'm going to hit 117 square feet an hour. That's, roughly about 5 boards an hour if you did the math.
So we talked about this on the last episode. I'm pretty sure I'd have to go back and listen. But we talked about that there's a lot of options on other printers in the market in terms of their, what we'll call it, high speed option. And that thing is just flying, right? But when you look at it, the quality is not that, right? It's like, I'm never going to use this feature, right? I'm never going to run on this high speed production mode.
It's funny you say that. I have a lot of users that use Brand C and spent a lot of money on Brand C, maybe $140,000. And they're coming back looking at a Roland because they find it unacceptable with banding and print quality issues.
Yeah.
So speed isn't everything if you're not getting the quality.
Yeah, because when we did, you came here, we did side-by testing with other machines that we have here.
Yeah, Brand
and the higher speed you went, Roland held up quality way better than the other options that we have out there. And just in terms of the bands if we didn't get banding, even when we went all the way up to high speed, it was like, unless you were really looking for it, if you're printing just generic yard signs and you're going to use the high speed mode, it's going to look good. Like even up close, it's still going to look good.
I just think this LO640 F3 versus object printer is the true compromise because you have a product that's under $100,000. It's $94,695, like I said. It has expanded color gamut. You can get this kind of fine detail like Domingo was talking about. You can make this thing just print flat out fast. at 117 square feet an hour at 720 by 600 DPI, which is really good resolution, right? 720 by 600, right? That's production mode, high speed mode. You could do it all. 5 boards an hour if you're just going to do boards, for under $100,000. That's a great value.
Yeah.
And this has a 2-year parts and labor on-site warranty.
There's our 2-year.
What is the speed difference between this one and
which is
the
important,
next step?
isn't it, Mike?
It's very important.
Talk to me why that's important.
Because if something does happen, there's 2 reasons it happens. One, you should buy from us first of all.
Agreed.
Because our
you have a Roland certified inkjet service team.
So the priorities of our tech department goes: machines under warranty are first, installs are second, machines not under warranty are third, and then machines that weren't bought from us are usually just forgotten.
Yep.
So if you're taking care of the customers that had loyalty to Wensco.
Yep.
Yes.
And if they're under warranty, they can bump installs and non-warranty repairs.
So you get priority. You get level
priority
service.
Yes.
It's like when I go on the airline and I get
Yep.
I get
you get to load first and sit and watch everybody else walk by
instead of group 11. Right.
And you can buy extended warranties from us if you'd like.
And you're still going to get that priority treatment.
Yeah.
For the life of the
device.
device.
That's why I would buy the extended warranty, because you got to think of, what if I'm going to be down for 3 days? How much that cost you versus how much your warranty cost?
But to have that covered for 2 years, and it's not just labor, but it's parts. A lot of our competition will say they have a 2-year warranty, Mike, and it's not a true 2-year warranty.
Or it's not everything.
It's just first year that you get the deluxe warranty, and the second year it's just parts, not labor, that type of thing. We're talking about parts and labor, bumper to bumper warranty for 2 years.
Yeah, and the other benefit, obviously, we do the service on them, but that is also the benefit of Roland lets the dealers do the service on them, right? So if you're listening to this, right, and you're not in our area, the benefit is you do get to deal directly with the people that you bought it from for service, which isn't true with some of the other ones where we will handle that for you, right, in terms of like getting it scheduled and sending out, but the people that go out aren't with us, so maybe they're not going to be as concerned that you're down for 2 days as we would be, because
a lot of the other manufacturers use third-party service providers or their own service providers.
And even the other ones that let us do the service are not good at it. Like, they want to dictate what we can put in the machine when. I'm like, hey, we've seen this far more times than that idiot on the phone. So just send us what we need.
And remember, Wensco has an inkjet technician stationed at every one of the 8 branches. So they're talking, you're going to get Johnny on the spot local service.
I always get the calls because I handle all the warranty stuff, and I always get the call, well, it's kind of expensive to get that extended warranty. And the first thing I say, you got to answer 3 questions. If the printer goes down, what's your backup plan? Do you have another printer? Do you have something that you can print? Or are you going to outsource it? And if that's the case, then what's that going to cost you? Not cost as to get it, time for your customer to get what you promised that day or the next day.
It's an insurance policy.
Yeah.
That's what
even
it is.
What is your shop doing in 24 hours? Like, what are your sales in 24 hours? Because you have to figure, if you go down, you don't have a backup plan.
And the printer is the core of your business if you're in this business, right? So it's the heartbeat of your business. So
I get a lot of customers that say it's kind of expensive, but you know what? When the machine goes down, I understand exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And usually we're right there in the spot fixing those suckers. So
it's like,
if it goes down.
Yeah.
Same when your car goes down. How are you going to get to work?
Yep.
What happens if your kids steal both your cars and you have to get to work?
What happens if boa your kids' cars go down?
Well, I was just thinking the other day when I had to Uber to work. I have 2 cars. 2 cars. And I had to Uber to work.
Yeah. Sometimes your backup plan needs a backup plan.
right there.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
How do you show up?
Scooter?
How do you show up at my house knowing you need the truck? Take the truck and not leave some vehicle thinking, hey, how's my dad going to get to work?
I thought you had the scooter.
The scooter's here at work, too.
That would be a long drive in the scooter.
And then Tyler did bring my bike back, but with flat tires. So I couldn't ride my bike.
You got bad tires.
You ride a bike?
My kids are a disaster.
I don't see you riding a bike.
Oh, I can ride a bike still. I got that tandem bike, too. You can have to bust out.
Oh, you should get it out.
So the moral of the story is an extended warranty is actually a really good value when you really think about it that way.
Yeah,
I think so. The
When
what's
he gets back on track, Joe.
I disagree because sometimes those repairs can be really high priced. If that third year, if repairs actually a couple heads go down, man, that's a few grand we can make versus the warranty.
I saw a price yesterday. I saw a price yesterday on a Roland repair, and
it was probably not under warranty.
Yeah,
so
It can get up to $5,000 easily.
This was like $8,500.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's the high one.
$8,500 repair.
yeah, it was.
So
might have been worth it to spend a little bit of money.
that would have been worth the warranty. That person,
A couple
for sure.
$1,800 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yep, $21.99 for VG3s.
That doesn't help
540,
us.
640.
And it's the same with the VG4.
Yeah, but that's the old one.
Oh, okay.
The new one,
I think it's the same price
It's
for
the
the
same price as the new one.
VG4. Actually, yeah.
$21.99.
Yeah, get the extended warranty. Just protect yourself.
And
You know,
the
to be
cool
honest with
thing
you,
is
if
you
you
don't
have a
have to
lease-
get it up front, Domingo. You
Yes.
can wait till the day before your warranty expires, get it, and then it'll be covered.
I think people
Or
get so used to
People
warranties.
that are leases,
Yeah.
just throw it in.
Because it's
Get
what is
year
it?
3, 4, 5. Just it's
What is it
another
like?
$40 or something like that.
Yeah,
to the
30,
payment
40
or
bucks
something
more
like
a
that.
month or something, right?
People are so skewed by warranties because every time you check out at
A bit Best
Walmart.
Buy. Or
That
Best
helps.
Buy.
Is it?
Do you
Yeah.
want to buy the production plan?
Yeah, but
No, it's $12. If
Yeah,
it breaks,
exactly.
I'm going to buy
Buy a
another
new
one.
Yeah, but when you're
This is, of course, my toaster broke.
This is not going to Best Buy to buy.
Yeah.
when you're buying 15,000.
Harbor Freight's
That's
offering a
different.
warranty on their 5-gallon buckets. Like, what am I supposed to bring it back? Like, what am I supposed to tell
crap.
you?
The handle broke, dude.
But I agree. I think we've been sold so many bad warranties for 10 years now that as soon as you bring it up, they're like, oh, no. Be like, no.
It's like
that's the example, though.
It's
is
like
that-
instinctive, right?
Yeah, that's the example. Is like, well, I can just tell you that we just watched a customer spend $8,500 that would have covered literally all 3 years of warranty
It's
if they
like
had bought it ahead of
$2
time.
a day. $3 a day.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
and
or
it's a
something
really.
like that.
I mean, we just had. I mean, we just.
We have to cut out one monster a day.
That's
not
all.
not doing it.
Yeah. Well, you have to just buy.
I'll go out of business
You
before I cut that out.
exclusively have to buy them on sale. That's actually what it. If you just do that, you'd save your $2. So, what's the difference between this one and the step up in terms of flatbed models that you guys offer, in terms of speed, color?
From the older model.
LG. Oh, the older model.
Yeah. The VersaWorks. They're the
It's quite a bit faster. It's almost twice as fast.
Okay.
So the only one only did 2 boards an hour.
About 3, maybe.
Dang.
3 if the guy was really fast at
You
the
know what?
changeover.
I actually want to operate that machine. If I only had to change 3 boards an hour, sign me up.
So
You got work every 20 minutes.
We're very excited about this LO. We're really, for the quality of what you get. To get a flatbed printer for under $100,000 that does everything that this does really is truly a great value.
Yeah, we did a video of it at ISA, and I think it looks really good. The colors print awesome, which obviously is what you guys were focused on. And the big benefit on my end is that it uses VersaWorks, so it's easy to use.
So this uses the same print engine as our LG series. That roll-to-roll printer cutter that uses UV ink instead of Ecosolvent ink. It's called the LG series.
Yeah.
So it's the same. It's really the same print engine. So you could literally have a roll-to-roll. Let's say you wanted to have a UV roll-to-roll printer along with your flatbed. You could have them mated with the same ink set, and they're going to print identical.
That's why it's also almost twice as fast, is because you went from the single to the staggered print heads from the old flatbed to the new print head.
And improved industrial print heads.
Yeah.
So don't forget about that LG series, because if you do labels, if you do a lot of labels, we talked about this last time, it's a great model for print and cut, for boutique labels, or even long run labels for $27,995. I think it's $27,795.
Where do you think most of your LGs are sold?
I've heard it's pretty popular in the cannabis industry. Allegedly.
We talked about
Cannabis.
this. Yeah, we sell a lot in that world.
Yeah, they like the raised labels. I've never been in one of those stores, but I heard they have a lot of raised labels and stuff.
The cannabis community
texture.
really likes to
They like
use
the texture.
Yeah, the cannabis community really likes to use really appealing labels to basically help the perception of the product, right?
Yeah.
To make it seem like it's a high value product.
Honestly,
we talked about like those last time I was here. We were talking about how your energy drinks, you noticed, it has raised, you know
what?
effect, right?
So this is funny.
Peel.
This is a tangent.
All
but I'm gonna bring-
the supplements I take that Access Sledge uses an LG to print all their labels, I believe.
Same with It was what's the one of the bourbon companies? Same thing. All of their labels are raised now versus before.
Angel's Envy.
It could be. I don't know.
I just think if you want a really good label, you know, and you really want to peel and have that feel, you gotta go UV.
Yeah,
you have to.
And that's where the LG comes in.
Yeah, it works really, like, even on paper, it works surprisingly well on like the paper textured labels. It seems to hold up.
Well, what's so great about the UV, you know, people often ask me, what's the difference between Eco Solvent and UV? Well, you know, Eco Solvent is going to penetrate the pigment into PVC vinyls, and it's really meant for PVC vinyl. So anything we use in the sign industry is PVC vinyl, right? Banner material, pressure sensitive vinyls and such. Curable UV ink lays on top and will adhere to virtually anything. Now I'm not going to say 100% of everything, but almost anything.
I mean, it'll adhere to anything, just how long.
Right. Yeah. And there's ways to make it adhere. I can print on glass and make it adhere.
Glass is
that's the most challenging. That's the most challenging. You did use adhesive promoters, but there's ways to do it.
Yep.
But the point is UV ink adheres to practically, you know, just a wider range of materials.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, you'd be amazed at what is out in the market that's currently just being printed with UV that, like, maybe you're not thinking about. Like, we dealt with a company that does, they print like these, I don't even know how to explain it. They're basically like sports cards. That's not what they are, but that's what they look like when they come out.
I know those. I remember that account. Yeah.
And you just think, wow, that's probably how a lot of these ones are being printed. Like, the holographic cards that you're seeing coming out is literally just UV print on top of a holographic.
In that case, it was material. A Roland printer.
Yeah. And in the same, like, the labels that are coming out for these energy drinks that are all raised text is all just UV print, which is all available technology.
That's the whole beauty of UV. When, you know, when you start talking about ink sitting on top, I mean, you could, like we said, you could print on a lot of things. Look at all the holographic films that are out there.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they are looking for.
I think what's cool too, we just dealt with this, is that the term like UV print is actually becoming like semi well known in terms of like customers actually coming in and asking for it.
Right.
And I say that because when we just, like for the open houses, we give away those Yeti coolers. And when you go to order them custom, one of the options specifically is full color UV print. Like, that's what it says on the label.
They call it out.
And so it's like saying, like, even they're aware of, like, hey, people are aware of what this is.
It's becoming commonplace.
And that only makes it easier to sell because your customers will be asking for it versus before you're having to be like, well,
explain
we can print it this way or we can print it this way. And now it's just pretty well known. And yeah, same thing. You can print on pretty much anything, which we talked about earlier. Guitar cases, carry-on luggage. Even the cool part with the carry-on is, like, it has the ridges in it and it's still printed fine. So
we actually have features in the flatbed that allow you to get away with, you know, it's a 2D printer, but we can trick that dot, and we have little features in our rip that'll let you pitch the dot around the curve. Like, think of a golf ball.
Yeah, that's how you guys showed at the show.
I can get down that golf ball quite a ways that you normally couldn't.
So this is funny because I was going through all the stuff that's sitting in the marketing bay, you know, which is some old stuff. And one of them was golf balls. And I was laughing because the label on the golf ball, I'm not kidding you, it might have been maybe over half an inch. That might be generous. Like, that's how big it was. And because at the time, whenever we made those, which could have been 5-10 years ago that we made them, that was as much as we could print and it still work, right? Mm-hmm. Versus now when you did them, you did them at Print United 2 years ago, you were showing them on, whenever the MO came out, you guys were showing them and you're printing like 1-inch labels on these golf balls. Like, it's going around a pretty steady curve, and it's still, the edges still look great. So it's definitely completely different technology than if you've done it, you know, 3-4 years ago, where it's like, yeah, cool, I can print this.
Yeah, we've got all kinds of creature features that we never talk about, and that's one of them. Yeah. So anyway,
I was thinking about this. I saw a label. It was an older label that they put on cars way back in the day, and they show it to me. I'm like, that's made out of Gerber. They would never do that anymore. I was thinking Domingo the whole time. I'm like, that was clearly printed on a Gerber. Like, they would never, like,
a thermoresin type printer.
Yeah. And I'm like, now the new labels look way nicer. But I was like, that's printed on a Gerber.
I started a long time ago, and I remember, and I originally started selling Gerber material or Gerber equipment, and, you know, Domingo remembers that too. But I remember there was a time where I was thinking, oh yeah, the holy grail is if there's a way to print on vinyl. Whatever that happens, it's going to revolutionize everything. And then Gerber came out with thermal resin technology, which at the time was like, wow, yeah, this is $8 a square foot or something.
Still holds up good. Like it's still
super. That's in my garage. That's cameras are on, security. That thing is 30 years old and it's still yellow and black.
This was still good.
And it was good.
Sticker.
It was good. It was like $8 a square foot or something, right?
Really outrageous.
But I remember thinking back then, I mean, we're talking quite a ways back. I'm not going to date myself here, but I remember thinking, wow.
It was 3 years ago.
And I look at what we do today. I could even imagine that for like, a price point of $14,195 for like a VG4 or 540, that I could do all the things that you could do. I could even imagine 20 years ago or 30 years ago
it's
that
cool
this was
because
possible.
I still use software. I still design it.
We know.
It's come such a long way.
It's cool because
from its origins,
it's both sides, right? So the print equipment has gotten better and better and better, and then the vinyl has gotten better and better and better, and the more options have come down. So even like we talked about, print technology is getting better, but we even talk about like PVC. I mean, 3 years ago, PVC was basically the only option we had on EcoSolvent, and now there's 2 or 3 different technologies out there that you can print on that are still working on EcoSolvent.
Yeah,
and whether they're safer, they're more flexible, they're greener, they're accomplishing a specific goal for people, and it's stuff that even 3 years ago wasn't an option at all, and now it is. So it's cool to see it progress both ways, like on the vinyl side and the print side. In 2026, G2G and Wensco will launch 2 new products into the market. The one is the United Stick, which is a high efficiency, affordable, and reliable product for your sign and lighting projects. The second is LumaLink, which has a power pin design that's made to be cut and done anywhere in the field or in your shop. This is for small channel letters or any large projects. Check them out at Wensco.com. This episode is brought to you by Arlon Graphics, trusted for innovative high-performance cast vinyls. Check out their newest product, DPF V9500, a non-PVC polyurethane wall film built to tackle ultra-textured surfaces like a pro. More exciting new products to come soon from Arlon. Check them all out at Wensco.com.
But I have something really important to talk about.
Oh, okay.
Where are we going to go to lunch, Mike? You want to do Coney dogs again?
Yeah.
I love the Coney dogs.
You got to say it right, Joe. Chili dog.
We're in Eastern Michigan, they're crazy about these Coney dogs. I know we went to Vegas one time and they have that was not a representation of Detroit
or something.
Yeah, Detroit has. When
you're in Detroit next, we got to go to downtown and we're going to have like Lafayette, Coney Island.
Okay.
And do the real deal.
I just had a pretty good chili dog, and I have to tell you where I got it from.
Oh.
Wait, did you already tell me this?
Let me get
Nope.
Speedway?
No, close. Sheetz gas stations.
Come on.
Yeah.
Sheetz gas station has chili dogs. They're like 2 for like $4.
But are they good?
Sheetz.
They don't have the
Sheetz
chopped onions on top.
I don't know where all they're at, but I know they're in Ohio.
Oh, Ohio.
They opened one in Detroit near where I live.
Yeah, they got. I think you're going to see more and more gas stations do the exact same thing, where they have a full menu. Just go type it in. Yeah. They make it for you.
It was pretty good, huh?
$4 for 2 chili dogs, chili cheese, $4, 2 of them.
I will say,
but they were good.
They were good.
Since we're getting to the end of the episode,
steamed buns.
This is a good time for shout out.
If you're telling me that they're good, I believe you, because Yesterdog is up there high.
Yesterdog's top notch.
Do you want to go to Yesterdog? Do you have time?
I got time for anything. I like theirs
going.
just as much. I like Mr. Burger's just as much as Yesterdog's.
No, I like Yesterdog better.
They almost have the exact same chili. The Yesterdog was made after the Mr. Fables chili, which that's what Mr. Burger has.
Idea. Something not right.
It's more I
don't know what it is.
So
is
the story.
Is it a bun?
I can tell the Yesterdog story.
It's a different bun.
The chili is the Yesterdog chili is a more wet chili than Mr. Burger's.
Tell me about the Yesterdog story.
Here's the Yesterdog story. Here's how it got started. Bill Lewis started it. He used to work at Fables. He was making chili.
What's
for
Fables?
Fables was a Michigan restaurant that was like, there was probably 5, 6, 7 more.
TR?
TR.
Yeah.
All over Grand Rapids. Okay.
So he was making the chili. He wanted to know how hot it was, stuck his finger in it to see how hot it was. Ended up getting fired because that's not how you're supposed to do it, right? Guess how we tested the chili in Yesterdog to know if it was hot.
Put your finger in it.
Darn right we did. But the beauty of the whole story is when Mr. Fables went out of business, guess who bought that copyright?
or the formula or whatever. Right.
Bill, he didn't buy the formula.
Yesterdog.
He just bought the name, Mr. Fables.
Okay.
Because the place that obviously fired him to make him start Yesterdog. He bought the name.
Take the
So why
time.
didn't he call it? Why didn't he call it Mr. Fables or whatever then?
And he closed.
No, because he had Yesterdog for 20 years at that time, 25 years at that time.
Yeah.
So what was the purpose of buying Mr. Fables' trade name?
Because that's what fired him. Like that's just like
Oh, that was kind of like an ego thing.
He bought it. He bought it so he himself could personally close the rest of the restaurants.
That was like a victory.
yeah, he would just
They were known for the Fab. It was called the Fab Burger.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can still get the Fab Burger.
Yeah.
Well, you could at least at Mr. Burger still.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
nice.
Yesterdog has new owners though.
Yeah.
So
I met him
they're doing a good job. They're doing a good job, and they're doing a good job on social media and stuff
on
like
social
that.
media. Isn't that crazy?
Yep.
To be fair, though,
when
it
I
was
worked there,
cooler
we
when
didn't
they-
even have a phone. We had to use the payphone to call out. Like when we called in our orders, we used the payphone inside the building to call my orders into Gordon Food
to talk
Service.
to you, right?
Yeah,
To
when
order your dog.
When I had to place an order for Gordon Food Service, I used the payphone to order.
That's funny. In the parking lot.
No.
No, it's inside.
It's inside. They had it.
But that's, I mean, when I first started there, we still shredded our own cheese. We shredded our own
still there.
pickles.
Tyler's
on the wall.
got his fall. He's on the wall.
Tyler's still on the wall.
Yeah.
on the wall.
Yeah. Well, I've seen it.
In the first panel, so I'm pretty big deal.
I saw you there.
Pretty big deal.
Yeah, but some of that writing that's still on the menu is my writing.
Yeah, they haven't changed anything. Yeah, all they keep doing is erasing the pricing on the side and rewriting it.
Whatever, 1993 was that sign was done.
That's crazy.
It's funny.
Handwritten.
No, 94.
Nothing's changed.
Sorry, 94. When were you born? 94. So
Nothing's
it was
changed.
early 94 was when that menu was done.
94.
Nothing's changed.
I was living in GR in
Hey,
94.
me too.
Yeah, but not anymore.
And I've been to Yesterdog, so we could have,
I got divorced because of Tyler.
I probably, was there when you were there, and I didn't even know who you were, and you didn't know who I was. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, that's probably why Joe never came back. You're probably mean
there.
to him.
What?
I probably gone there. And you were there.
Probably.
Well,
right.
Speaking of, this is the end.
Can we
this
hurry
is
up? 'Cause
time
I'm
for
hungry
shout-outs. Yeah, this is time for shout outs. So speaking of chili dogs, so what'd you say the price was at Sheetz? Was it $4 for two of them? Because I got all you can eat chili dogs. It was free.
Where?
I sent you
Oh,
pictures.
that's right.
Where?
He got invited to
Yeah.
Indy.
Big shout out. This is an Avery Dennison shout out for inviting us out to go watch the Pistons lose.
Oh.
But the highlight was that there was a buffet. No, it was at Cleveland. It was at the
I
Cavs
thought-
Stadium.
I thought it was at the
I don't
Indy.
remember getting a huge thank you. Hey, Dad, thanks for not going to the game so me and Tristan can go together.
No. That was Tristan was
watch
supposed to
them
give that
lose?
to you.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, we would have thanked you if they won, but instead they lost because they suck. So, but yeah, all you can eat chili dogs. They had all this like fancy food. They had like shrimp and
You guys went for the chili
burgers.
dogs.
And they were it's me and Tristan, right, walking around, and we do the whole loop. And we get to the end of the loop. Right at the end is the chili dog. It's literally just chili dogs and popcorn, right? And we both look at each other like, well, better get in line. And then they show up and that's all we're eating is the chili dogs. Like, did you guys try the other food? We're like, no, there's chili dogs.
I mean, I
What
thought
else is there
about
to
this.
try?
When I end up on death row, my last meal is going to be chili dogs.
Bring me just 6 chili dogs, please. That's all I need. So anyways, shout out to them.
Make a case to a sponsor those chili dogs.
We need a
I know we need a
Mr.
chili
Burger
dog. Mr.
sponsorship.
Burger sponsor.
Talked about
They
it
should.
a lot.
We bring them a lot of business. We bring them a lot of business because we just keep having the vendors take us there.
When I was there last time, I got a text getting free lunch again. My brother was there, and I had the guys from Wheeling there with me.
Nice.
Like, yes, I am. No.
Well, once again, I want to thank you guys. It's always a pleasure to be a guest
thanks,
on your
Joe.
show.
Yeah, Joe, thanks for coming.
The intro music is great, Joe. By the way.
You changed the intro on me, and I think you need to make the volume higher on the music. I think that the talking's too hot. That's just my personal
Joe doesn't
opinion.
like my voice.
Yeah, I don't either.
I mean, I composed a theme song for you, and I can't even hear it now.
You know
That
what?
ain't right, Joe.
Well,
that ain't right, is it,
No,
Joe?
It's not
right.
Ain't right.
You might have to redo.
We didn't let Domingo on for 8 weeks, and he's still making fun of me. It's going to be on another 8-week probation now.
Yeah, he's back out. I
at an
agree,
hour.
Joe. We
If you
need to
guys
have you
Won't
on
be
there.
long. I'm
Thanks,
sure we're
Joe.
coming out with more innovative new products because that's what we do at Roland. So I'm sure I'll be back soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you
Just
so
talk
much
about
for
it,
the
so
invite.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. So goodbye.
Bye.
See ya.
Oh, over here.
Bye, Podcast Land.